The girl who spoke to shadows. What we found in her room will terrify you. It was the old house at the end of the street that intrigued us. They said a girl named Alara lived there, a girl who spoke to shadows. Our curiosity got the better of us one foggy evening, and we slipped inside. As we crept through the musty halls, our flashlights cut through the darkness, revealing dusty furniture and cobweb-covered portraits. We finally reached Alara's room. The door creaked open, and we shone our lights inside. The room was exactly as you'd expect from someone who had lived alone for years. Old toys scattered about, a rocking chair by the window, and shelves cluttered with trinkets. But it was the walls that sent a shiver down our spines. They were covered in drawings, doodles of twisted shapes and monstrous faces, all seemingly reaching out from the shadows. I noticed a small, ornate box on the dresser. It was intricately carved, its surface alive with serpentine patterns. Curiosity piqued. I lifted the lid. Inside lay a collection of strange objects, tiny mirrors, broken glass, and what looked like bits of old photographs. But what caught my eye was a single, crumpled note. I unfolded it with trembling hands. The note was written in a hurried scrawl. "They are not what they seem. When the shadows call, don't listen." A cold draft swept through the room as I finished reading, and the air grew thick with an ominous presence. The shadows on the walls seemed to lengthen and writhe, forming shapes that were almost alive. We felt eyes on us, though we couldn't see anyone. In a panic, we started to leave, but the door slammed shut behind us. We were trapped. The shadows began to coalesce into forms, dark, shifting figures with eyes that glowed like embers. I could hear faint whispers, like a chorus of voices trying to speak over one another, speaking in a language that sent chills down my spine. In the middle of the room, a figure began to emerge from the darkness. It was Alara, or at least what was left of her. Her eyes were hollow, and her form was insubstantial, like smoke trying to hold shape. "They took me," she whispered, her voice echoing around us. "They want more." One of my friends, driven by a mix of fear and bravery, grabbed the box and hurled it across the room. It smashed open, sending its contents skittering across the floor. The shadows recoiled, and the figures dissipated into the corners of the room, as if repelled by the destruction. With the shadows retreating, the door swung open. We bolted out of the house, our hearts racing. We didn't stop running until we were safely back in the light. To this day, no one goes near that house. The local legends speak of Alara's fate, and the shadows that still whisper from within. But if you listen closely, when the night is still and the fog rolls in, you might hear her voice, a warning to those who dare to listen.